because this is the final speech, I want to talk about our teacher, Mrs. Mundy. She's tremendous. Let me tell you. She's tremendous. She's done so much for this school that I have done nothing but respect her for the past 3 years. Yes, for the past 3 years, I have done nothing but respect her. In her name, we should take a moment of silence to appreciate her and everything that she's done. All right, moving on. I like fruits and vegetables a lot. And I like all kinds of fruits and vegetables. I like anything from strawberries to limes and grapes and tomatoes and potatoes. But I love cucumbers. Who here likes cucumbers? Anyone? No one? No one here likes cucumbers? Well, cucumbers sure do make me thirsty. Have you ever had cottonmouth? Well, I have cottonmouth right now. My mouth is parched. My mouth is so dry. And all I need is a nice, refreshing drink of water. I'm so thankful for this glass of water. And you want to know why? It's because I'm thankful to have this. Because not every country has a simple thing as just a simple glass of water. Not every country is as fortunate as the United States of America. Other developing countries might not have access to clean water. In Ethiopia, they have to walk miles and miles away from their homes to gather and to bring back water for their families and their community. And this is brutal on their bodies because they have to carry gallons of water back on their back. And the saddest part is that this water is not even clean. I found that 60% of the population in Ethiopia lacks drinking water. In Papua New Guinea, they drink surface waters. So surface waters is the top of the water that is on swamps, lakes, rivers, and ponds. And Papua New Guinea lacks basic sanitation needs as well as basic drinking needs. This means that they don't have toilets, so they don't have anywhere to go to the bathroom. And according to an article, 90% of the diseases are caused by water-related diseases. According to an article, 90% of the diseases are water-related, and 80% of deaths are caused by the water-related diseases. In Uganda, they struggle with the same thing as Ethiopia and Papua New Guinea. All three of these countries lack basic water needs and basic sanitation needs. All these countries, they have to travel far distances just to carry back dirty water to their families and the rest of their community. And it's a huge problem in the world. It's morally wrong and it should be changed. The earth is made up of 95.6% of salt water. And the ocean is so large that if we took a portion of water out of the ocean every year, then countries in need could probably desalinate the water and use it as drinking water. Even though these developing countries may have their own ways of collecting fresh water, like harvesting water by the rain or collecting dew from the morning or even fog, I think that rich people or people who are successful could order life straws for these people in developing countries so that they have an easier way so that they can drink from dirty water. And so the life straws will easily filter out the dirty water and everything that you don't want to drink in your water. And what you may have learned from chemistry last year in Louis' class is what osmosis is. But if you don't know what osmosis is, the osmosis is the process by which molecules pass through a semi-permeable membrane from a less concentrated solution into a more concentrated solution, thus equalizing both of the solutions. Basically, the pure water passes through the filter to the contaminated water in order to equalize the concentrations. Osmosis is not as important as reverse osmosis in this situation, because reverse osmosis could ultimately solve the problem of developing countries not having water in their countries. Reverse osmosis is basically the opposite of osmosis, and so the contaminated water is trying to move into there's a semi-permeable membrane in between, and there's pressure added to the more concentrated solution. So the contaminated water with the salt is trying to move to the pure water through a filter, and the contaminants get trapped onto the one side. And this is what can make the most possible clean water possible. And if scientists can build a larger reverse osmosis filter system, then they can easily pump water from the ocean and purify water for these developing countries so that they could have water in their countries. There's 352 quintillion gallons of water in the ocean, and the country already in the ocean gets an eighth of an inch a year. So even if we took water out of the ocean, then it regains water every year, because water is recyclable, and because the water cycle is always flowing. We should be able to take water out of the ocean and filter it so that we could help countries in need. I'm so thirsty after all that. And look at that. I am so thankful for this, because even countries like Papua New Guinea, Ethiopia, and Uganda don't have a simple glass of water like this. They don't. Look at me. I'm so lucky, aren't I?